Loving you is a jiving job. Loving you is a jiving job. Said loving you is a dirty job, but come on baby now, you know I'm a slob. Gonna do some rap, gonna do some goods, gonna do some hard rock, gonna do some metal news. News, what's it all about? Talking news, it's a British for now. Oh my god, I can't believe this. It's a dirty job doing this. Huh. Oh Jesus, I'm finding these little freaking patterns that I never knew that were on there before. I thought, it's got like the 7 songs that are built in, which are all lousy, like Hanukkah song, Christmas songs and all that. And then I find all these great things. I won't have to take another keyboard class in my life. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? And welcome back to episode 40 of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo. One of the many, many places that you can find heavy metal and hard rock news. Quick shout out. This is not a sponsor of any type, but Blackburn tires for bicycles. I gotta say, I bought a set of these tires for my bicycle. Since my car died, I've been back on the bike riding to work, and it's grueling. I will tell you that. It's very grueling. But it said on the package 30% more thorn resistant. 30%. And I was like, who puts 30%? You put 50%, you put 100%, you put 75%. But I gotta say something, the Blackburn people, they are right. Because the tires I had on before, I was getting thorns every single day. I haven't found, knock on wood, right? Knock on my, not a thorn. So for my money, they're 100% thorn better proof. Let's get into the news. What do you say? Let's quit beating around the bush and keep doing all this and that and the other thing, and let's get right into it. Look at this. It's not Frankenstein you're seeing here. That's Stephen Pearcy. Even though if you cut the hair off and you put those bolts in his neck, he would be Frankenstein. And this is Juan. And it says that Stephen Pearcy regrets playing RATT shows with Juan Crucier. Is that how you say his name? Crucier? As only the only other member of the classic lineup. So I wanted to see what this was all about. During an appearance on yesterday, Monday, August 29th episode of Sirius XM's Trunk Nation with Eddie Junk in the Trunk, RATT singer Stephen Pearcy spoke about his decision to focus on his solo career instead of trying to keep RATT alive with him and bassist Juan Crucier as the only member from the band's classic lineup. I'd rather play with my solo band, dig it, than the cover band, so to speak, he said, as transcribed. I am not trying to be disrespectful, but look, no Warren DeMartini, RATT guitarist, he chooses to kick back, and all that's great. And Bob, drummer Bobby Blotzer, everybody pretty much laid back except for me, so I'm just taking care of business. Asked what the relationship is like between him and the other members of RATT's classic lineup, Pearcy said, "Look at doggy, hot dog in Doggy Town. It's all business pretty much. There's no business in the RATT, unfortunately, camp. That's unfortunate. But that's why I do my thing. I talk to Bob every now and then. That's about it. Warren and I guess just chooses to lay back from what I gather." So Warren DeMartini is kind of the laid back guy. He likes to, I feel like I'm a laid back guy. I want to do that. I want to do nothing but just lay back. He chooses to lay back from what I gather, and that's all cool. Is it way cool, Junior? It would be great if we all pulled together and reunited all the surviving members of RATT's classic lineup, but he admitted that it's not gonna happen. You're dealing with a lot of ego. Who knows? I don't know. I don't give a shit, actually. This is where it starts, and this is where it's gonna end. And that's fine with me. And that's with me. This is where it starts, and this is where it's gonna end, and that's with me. And I am out of there, just doing what I do. So what happened? Because I feel like something would have had to have happened there. He's like, no more with the Crochet. Pressed about whether he has given up on the idea of a reunion of RATT's classic lineup, Stephen said, looky here. I'd rather be out there with my solo band than having the RATT band out there with me. Just me and the bass player in RATT. That's not what RATT was. RATT was Robin Crosby, Pearcy, DeMartini, Bobby Bob Blatzer, and Juan. And so be it. And I'd rather give a bit of integrity to the band. It's too late for that, hasn't it? Hasn't he been doing the him and Juan for years? I thought well, leave the integrity to the band because it was a great rock band and just continue doing what I do. You can't beat a dead horse or try to bullshit people. He continued, like I said, no disrespect. We have a lot of great players come and go. That's where the problem is. We've always had people coming and going. RATT is not all these different people. RATT was the 5 guys, and no disrespect. People want to lay back. You want to chill back, give back, daddy whack, give your dog a bone? Great. I don't, and that's where it is. Where it's at. I got your 2 turntables and a microphone. Asked if he regrets having done the shows under the RATT name with just him and Juan, for the band's classic lineup, Stephen said, yeah, because it's not the same. I don't like to bullshit. Look, you want to hear the songs? I wrote them. Come see me play them. I sang them. Now, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a little bigger piece of the pie comes out when you're like, hey, it's just Stephen. There's not another RATT dude in the band. It's just Stephen. He's the only RATT. Maybe somebody else helped rearrange them or add some lyrics. I don't know. It's all the same. Okay, so there you have that. He's done with it. Old Frankenstein, is that bad to say? If you painted him green and you just lopped the hair off and put the bolts in, that looks like Frankenstein to me. But, of course, Frankenstein's a lot taller and stuff. Corey Taylor, he says there's drama and issues between Stone Sour. He's been saying that they're on hiatus for a long time, and maybe he's going to give us some goodies here. Corey Taylor, you know him. He's the Slipknotter. What was his number? Number 9, something like that? 6, I can't remember, but Corey Taylor says the Stone Sour is still on hiatus more than 5 years after the release of the band's last full-length album of original material. Taylor touched upon Stone Sour's status in an interview earlier today. Oh my good golly, with Sirius XM. Man, the trunk and the junk in the trunk, he gets all the interviews, doesn't he? Why didn't he let someone else have some? Well, let's go with it. Trunk Nation with Eddie Junk in the Trunk asked host Eddie Trunk was there any updates on Stone Sour? I am friends with a few of those guys. Again, I am not a musician, but I'm curious if there's going to be updates on that. Muntz said in a previous interview that the band was on hiatus. The singer responded, "Nothing's changed." Pressed about Stone Sour is something he still might revisit at some point. Is Stone Sour something you might still revisit at some point in the future? Corey said, I don't know. I thought Stone Sour was essentially Corey Taylor, wasn't it? Like it was his, I need to make some more like love rock and stuff instead of all that angry stuff that he does with Slipknot. The solo thing's more where my heart is, to be honest. So he's doing the Corey Taylor band too. He does Corey Taylor band, he does Stone Sour, he does Slipknot. Corey, who was actually in Stone Sour before he joined Slipknot. Oh, that's interesting. I had no clue about that. Here's Corey. To me, man, dig it. I've done the time doing stuff in, for a lack of a better term, band situation. And the reason I stick with Slipknot is because the paychecks are way bigger. No, he didn't say that. It's because that, to me, is the one that kind of started everything. But Stone Sour, there's still so much drama and issues between the members. To me, it's just not something I desire to do. And songs in Stone Sour that I want to play are the ones that I wrote in the first place. So to me, I would rather go out with a group of dudes who I've known forever and have a great time playing these songs and have the audience enjoy it because they see a bunch of dudes up there enjoying it than try to force issues on an audience that nobody really wants to be part of. Let's put it away. What are the issues? Asked if it's been difficult for him to shelf Stone Sour, considering the amount of work he put into the band. Corey said, it's been... Hey, I just need to ask you about the difficulty, considering the amount of work you've put into this band. It's been a bitter pill to swallow. But I've always reached I've also reached an age where I refuse to waste any time with people who I don't enjoy being with. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you that, fine folks. Please, please, please get anybody that's causing you drama. I don't care if it's your mama that's causing the drama or whatever it is. If there's people in your life that are causing you grief, get them out of there. Just cut them off, because you know you got one life to live. And you need to be able to do that each and every day in the best mood and the best way that you can. So if there's people that are constantly giving you grief, stress, anxiety, get them out of there. What's he going on about here? Let's see. I refuse to waste any time with people who I don't enjoy being with. Let's put that away. And that's saying more than I actually should be saying. Well, why don't you say some more, Corey? When it comes to my bands, I know the past. I've been very open to talking about it, but I'm very reticent. I just learned that word, reticent, about talking about things that deal with people who I care about, and whether there are issues or not. I still care about them, so it's tough. I have to rein myself in because I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, because 9 times out of 10, I could be the problem too. See, he's thinking inwards about it. You can do a whole lot of finger pointing and blaming, but sometimes you got to look at the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson says. He's starting with the man in the mirror, right? He's asking him to change his ways. And no matter could have been, no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, so take a look at yourself and then make the change. Hey, sha-na-na, sha-na-na, na-na-na. I know that song a little too good. What's this say here? This is still Corey talking. He says, I just know that at this point in my life, I have more reasons to love the solo thing that I do to try and do something with Stone Sour, Corey added. Now, I am saying that am I saying that it will never happen? ? No, because you never know. Something might come up and we could get an opportunity, and we could get an opportunity to do something for charity, and we all get together and we do something really, 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 really cool. But my immediate plans right now, there's no Stone Sour in the future. So if you're stone sad about that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. And there he is. There's the Stone Sours, and they're all sour at him, for sure. And he's going, I have all the money and all the talents, and you guys stuck, man. You ever hear that song? Yeah, push it. Push it. Push it. You push it good times. No, that's not the way that goes. But the Static X. There's been a lot of rumors that this young feller here, Edsel Dope, is the man behind the mask. I forget the singer's name whom passed away, but I'm sure they'll have that down in here. But he's once again responding to rumors that he's the singer of Static X, and the singer's name is Zero. And I love the idea of it. I don't know a lot of Static X's music. I'd love it if you got in the comments and kind of pointed me in the direction if you're a Static X fan. I know that song, Push It, long time. But this guy right here, I mean, let's look at his nose. Let's look at everything. Let's look at those lips. Let's look at that chin. It could be him, but he's saying it's not. Let's get into this and find out. Dope leader, Edsel Dope. That's so crazy that he's in a band called Dope and his last name is Dope. I mean, that is just bizarre coincidence. How does that even happen? Who is widely believed to be Zero, the masked frontman of Static X, was asked in a new interview, please don't tell me it was Junk in the Trunk, Ann Erickson of Audio Inc. Radio, if he is in fact the person who has spent much of the last 3 years performing and touring alongside bassist Tony Campos, drummer Ken Jay, and guitarist Koichi Fukuda. He responded, this is a fun question, and I can answer it for you like this. I would say that I'm certainly involved with Static X. I produced the records, 2020's Project Generation Volume 1, and I'm in the process of producing another one of them right now. I kind of like to consider myself to be the creative director of Static X because there was a big void left by late Static X frontman Wayne Static. That's his name. I remember it as soon as I read it. And somebody sort of needed to step in that has that sort of capability. But as far as who's singing for Static X under that mask, I think it's important for me or for us to say that the goal was that I think that it's important for me or for us to say that the goal was that for there always to only, ever be one living, breathing singer of Static X, and that's Wayne Static. And as long as we don't put another face to Static X, then Wayne will always be the face of Static X. And I think that is ultimately the goal. He continues by saying, yes, it's me. No, the idea was to create an entity, for lack of a better word, a masked entity. And I love this. I love this whole idea that could allow Static X to live on and to go out and perform while keeping the focus on the 3 guys that helped start the band with Wayne, and somebody there to represent Wayne as opposed to replace Wayne. So I'm definitely involved with Static X. They're my friends, and I'm here for them. But the last thing that I'm never ever interested in seeing is Edsel Dope being the vocalist of Static X. That's not something I'd be interested in being. So Edsel Dope is not the singer of Static X. So there you have that. And technically, he could be playing a word goof on you. He could be playing a little trick, because he could be saying, Edsel Dope is not singing for Static X. Zero, whom is my, alter ego, maybe, he is the singer for Static X, but Edsel Dope is not. But Zero is, and I'm Zero. She should have asked the question, are you Zero? And he would have said, let me think about that for a minute. So many X's here, so many X's. Look at this. Doug Pinnick of what? King's X. And that's a happy face right there as he says this. Doug Pinnick says King's X has never been profitable. We all have to do outside things to make ends meet. I just heard Doug Pinnick on the episode, it was an episode of Junk in the Trunk, Eddie Trunk and the Junk in the Trunks. I listened to that 80th birthday party celebration for Dio. And Doug Pinnick had a great story about how Ronnie James, they did a brief tour, King's X did with Dio, and every night he would go out and sit on the side stage and watch. And then he said about the third night there was a chair there, and Dio walked over and said, "Your throne, sir." And he said, the guy literally got me a seat and said, well, you watch the show every night, so I thought we'd give you a chair. Just a sweet, sweet, sweet thing. In a new interview with Reno's rock radio station, Rock 104.5, Doug Pinnick was asked if King's X has finally become a profitable venture for him and his bandmates. More than 4 decades after the group's inception, the 71-year-old bassist vocalist responded this way. No, it's never been profitable. We've never recouped all the funds that the record companies put into us. Even our current label, Inside Out, we owe them a couple of $100,000. Because they haven't recouped from the last couple of records. Our former label, Atlantic Records, we owe $5 million or $4 million to. Oh my God. Something like that. 3, I'm not sure. It's in the millions somewhere they spent on us. Everybody that's ever signed us has always lost money. That's not good to get out there, right? And so we've never made any money off of our record sales. The only way we make a living is going on tour, and hopefully when people come to see us play, we'll get a paycheck for that and merchandise. And King's X fans love to buy our merch because they know that's what supports us. But other than that, sometimes, well, not sometimes, we all have to do outside things to make ends meet. He continues, I just do side projects. I go get a record deal and pay the bills for a couple of months. Ty Tabor, guitarist, we did a reaction video to a Ty Tabor song, Master Things. Jerry Gaskill, drummer, does stuff. None of us go to a 9-to-5 job. We don't do that, but something about what we can do, we have value in the marketplace. So we can do clinics, we can do things like that. Or I do handwritten lyrics, King's X lyrics that I wrote. I'll write them out on black paper in silver ink, sign it, and put a date on it. I've written hundreds of them, so it all works out. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Own a record company, $3 or $4 or $5 million. It's like, man, what do you do? I mean, don't they come calling for the monies? That's crazy to me. This last little thing that we're going to get into your comments here, Tommy Lee shows his wiener. Tommy Lee's been showing his wiener to everybody online and everything else, you know. And the kids say, I love that movie, The Dirt, Mom. I'm going to follow him on Twitter because he was my favorite character in The Dirt. And then he pulls out his hog and steers a boat with it. Tommy Lee pulls out his wiener on stage during Motley Crue's concert in Los Angeles. Now, I was just appalled by this because then I thought, all of them men, women, and children seeing his hog right there in front of them, and then it turns out it's his little wiener dog. And he says, April Fools, bros. At Motley Crue's hometown concert in Los Angeles on Saturday, August 27, drummer Tommy Lee once again addressed a recent controversy about a nude selfie he posted. In a video post on the rocker's verified Instagram account, he is seen talking to the audience at the band's show at SoFi Stadium during the Stadium Tour, prior to launching into Crue's classic ballad, Home Sweet Home. He says this, some of you might have heard this before, but a couple of weeks ago, we had a break on this tour, and I went to some fucking island in Bora Bora, and I got fucking loose, man, bros. I drunk as fucking wobbler. I fucking fell the fuck off, bros. Yeah. So what happened is I got all drunk. I took a bunch of pictures of my dick, tossed them up on Instagram, and so I figured they took them down from Instagram, and you guys want to see my wiener. You guys want to see that shit? Is that a yeah? All right, let's go. Let me show you my fucking wiener. You ready? There it is. He added as he pulled out a live, the hell that, Dachshund? Why do I feel like I should know what that is? Dachshund from his pants. That's a wiener dog. Dachshunds are sometimes called wiener dogs because their long bodies resemble wieners. Because their long bodies resemble Tommy Lee's wiener or hot dogs. Lee then on to the encourage his what? Lee then on to encourage his male concert goers to expose themselves, but got no takers. I guess the boys are a little shy, huh, fellas? Lee shared the full frontal selfies on August 11th with a caption, "Oops." So let's see if it's got a video. Yeah, here's the video right here, guys. Okay, let's see.
What the fuck? This is fucking insane!
If he's not showing you his wiener, during the concert. He's asking for titties. He needs to see tits. He says, we were in Tallahassee last night, and I didn't see one set of jugs, man.
This is fucked up. Man, some of you might...
The dog's suffocating in his underpants right now.
But, a couple of weeks ago, we had a break on this tour, and I went to some fucking island in Bora Bora, and I got fucking
I think I did it better.
loose, drunk as fuck, fucking toddler. I fucking fell the fuck off. So what happened?
Oh?
I got all drunk, took a bunch of pictures of my dick,
Is that? God, I'm sick.
and
I want it, Tommy. I
so
want
I
it.
figured they took them down from Instagram. If you guys want to see my wiener,
I thought if they take them down, I thought if you posted lewd stuff, I mean, on Instagram, they'd block your account or something. They just took them down. I thought there'd be like some reprimand of some sort. Oh yeah, you want to see my wieners? He's killing the dog, and he's gonna shake it around like a wiener. The dog's got to be horrified. A, who the fuck is this guy? Why am I in his underpants? And why, when he finally releases me from this cloth cage I'm in, is there, 10,000 people staring at me? Cray, cray. Tommy shows his winky. It's time for your comments, my friends. Let's get into your comments, and then we're going to call it a do on this episode. Zeus Baltar coming in with this one. Never anything bad to say about King Diamond. He's always been a true metal artist. Never once have I questioned anything he has done. Joe Lynn Turner has always been a top drawer vocalist, but his first solo album released in how many? 85? What's that thing? I don't know, it looks like 85. Was very ballad heavy, and it just didn't connect with hard rock fans, which is a shame. I'm one of the few that enjoyed the Masters and Slaves Deep Purple album he was on, which basically sounded like a Rainbow album. I just saw something where he was doing Rainbow covers. He did something with a symphony, didn't he? He has been wearing a wig for at least 20 years and looks a lot better with the bald head. Charlie Benante really put... we'll end with that. He's got more here, but... I was wondering what that was all about, because then I saw a clip where it was like, hey, he just did some Deep Purple stuff, but he put the wig back on. So I'm wondering what the deal is. I mean, he can wear the wig or he can not wear the wig. He suffers from alopecia, and that's the same thing that the Slapmaster General, Will Smith, his wife has alopecia. And that was one of the reasons why he slapped Chris Rock, was because he made some alopecia jokes or something. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. This is still Zayas here. Charlie Benante really put Zach on the spot when asking if they'd do some extra preparation for the tour, but Zach's response is typical in that he has no humility and perhaps thinks he is better than Dime. Not only did Dime possess humility, he was a self-made man. Pantera was his creation, along with Vinny. Zach was made by his association with Ozzy. Had he not got the role in Osbourne's band, he may have not gotten out of New Jersey. Pride goeth before the fall. I am impressed with Benante's attitude about nailing Vinny's drum parts, though. Yeah, I was too. I like that where he's like, I'm not going to do a damn thing. It's going to sound like Vinny's back there if you close your eyes. I like that. I don't like, let's put a little pizzazz into it, you know. If Zach's going to do it, he better nail every freaking... I did see Zach do the solo off of Walk or something like that, which I was like, that's pretty good. But he better be nailing that stuff, right? There's your heart there, Zayas. Good job, my friend. Bobby L. Lockhart coming in. He's finally made himself his own email address, so we congratulate him on that. Great episode, brother. Horns up, horns up, horns up, emoticons. Boom. You get a heart for that. Oscar, our pal Oscar, Pantera 2022, sacrilegious. Shame on Jeff, a.k.a. Zach. Is his name Jeff Wild? Is that what it is? Either way, you're getting a heart. Boom. Here's the Miss Althea coming in. The dumbstruck fool says, greatest opener yet. Quite the serenade. I feel like it could become a wedding reception standard. A lot of my intros can be used at weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, all kinds of things like that. Still Miss Althea, she says, I thought it was Salisbury steak. Oh, is that what it's called? Salisbury? Salisbury's. I like Salzburg steak. Give me a Salzburg. Extra Sals on that. To quote Chef from South Park, come on, children. We could be so bad. It's Salisbury Steak Day. I think that's a pretty good Chef that I did there. And I think you meant 227, not 224. You know what? As soon as I quit the episode, I went, it's the TV show with Jack Kay was not 224, it was 227. So, and I think you meant 227, not 224 when referencing Jack Kay. She also happened to be on the same season of Celebrity Fit Club. Oh, really? As Janie Lane. I am Celebrity Fit Club. I am a reality TV show goof. I'm looking up Celebrity Fit Club. Janie Lane was on there. Rest in peace. Yes. You know, another thing that I was thinking about the other day, too, is I was listening to a lot of Warrant came on this playlist that I was doing. And I think Cherry Pie was like the worst song that they did because I'm listening, I saw red, and everything. I'm going, the dude's a damn good songwriter. I mean, Warrant was not your typical kind of just strap it on kind of band. They had some pretty good jams, like that one about Uncle Tom's Cabin and stuff. I think they were on the same team, if I remember correctly. So he was on Jack Hayes' team. Still Miss Althea here. Holy crap, I never would have recognized Joe Lynn Turner in 100 years. Were he and Howie Mandel separated at birth? Probably. How great would it be if Joe Lynn Turner got the gig over at what was that, where they had the briefcases and you had to guess the money amounts? The song did sound pretty decent though. Yeah, I mean the jam, the Joe Lynn Turner jam didn't sound too bad. Still Miss Althea here, she got something about Godspell. Your personal recollection of Godspell is correct. Many members of the cast of SCTV, as well as Gilda Radner, yes, were in a Canadian production in the early 70s. I think Paul Schaefer was the musical director. He just musically directs everything. Paul Schaefer is the musical director of the world, I'm going to say, and our lives. There's your heart, Miss Althea, wonderful. ACDC 09 coming in. That Joe Lynn Turner song is pretty good, and I'm definitely picking up his new album. Well done, sir. Give the guy some goodies. And that's green beans. There's your heart. Dr. Funkenstein's got 2 here. And of course, I want to see Mercyful Fate live. I may have to, I don't know if I would have to flip those or not, because I hit newest to fewest or whatever. But yes, there's a heart for you. And Dr. Funkenstein again, the opening song is wonderful again. I don't need a new Pantera album. There is no Pantera anymore. The Mastodon documentary is great. Oh, I haven't watched it yet. Very interesting, and I highly recommend it. Hushed and Grim is a fantastic record. Yeah, I just saw Mastodon. Well, it's been months now, but on the Hushed and Grim record. Who were they on tour with? Gojira. I can't remember. I'm mixing up shows now because I saw Gojira, but I also saw Mastodon, but I also saw Knocked Loose was on one of those shows. Alien Weaponry was on one of those shows. So I can't remember who Mastodon was on tour with. It could have been Opeth. Because Opeth was on one of those too. I'm thinking it was now. Opeth and Mastodon. The reason why I keep getting that all twisted up in my mind is because we talked about it last time. Gojira and Mastodon had that same manager that passed away. So yeah, my brains are garbage for sure. Dr. Funkenstein, another heart for you. Mike Stelzer here. A couple of ideas. Mercyful Fate cartoon. You obviously voice King Diamond. I will do it. What's the pay? I would like to know that. Dino Talking. I don't know what that means. Get back to us, Mike, and tell us what Dino Talking means. I also think that I heard an interview with, it was on the Junk in the Trunk with Ted Nugent, and he's maniacal. When he's talking, he's just like, I just got to jump. It's like, why isn't there a cartoon of like him as a serial killer or something like that? Because, I mean, when you listen to the guy, he's definitely got a lot of adrenaline. He's definitely out of his mind. And he reminds me of like when you just listen to him. I mean, even if it's politics and all that shit aside, if he's just talking about music, the way he talks about music is maniacal, psychotic, and crazy. And it's like there should be a cartoon character or some kind of I don't know, Japanime or something where Ted Nugent's a serial killer. I mean, it would work perfect. Arcane Exotica, I gave you a heart already on accidentals, but I'll keep it there. Yo, Shane, you got to do a reaction video to the song I Kneel to Know God by Venom Inc. You won't forget it, brother. Hope you're doing well. I think I've got that down for you, my friend. Bedlam Crown here, we know him. I saw Mercyful Fate and High on Fire, many other bands last Sunday at Psycho Vegas. Man, it was epic. Also, check out Catatonia if you haven't already. I have checked out Catatonia, and I absolutely love that band. We've done reaction videos to them. I don't know that we've done any first listens to them, but Catatonia is an amazing band, so check them out. Bing, there's your heart. Of course, Mike Buchanan here, but we're saving him. We'll go down here to Timothy Milliken. He's a new dude. When you gonna do that Crowbot Dizzy video? It's a banger. It is coming up this Sunday, I believe. So there's the heart for Timothy. And now we're getting into Michael Buchanan. Here we go. Let us begin. ... Intro song was a good time as always. Sorry you still have to ride a bike. Still want to see a picture of that or video. Oh God, it'd be painful for your eyes. It'd ruin your spirit. No more Christmas spirit for you. As I've said before, I'll say it again. You need to do cartoon voices. Someone on here has to work with a voice-over company, make it happen. And let's get some pay coming in for me. Please. I would love to do voices. That sounds, I've never thought of myself as a voice type of person, but Skipping Ghost. Maybe one day I will get into them. And, there you go. Dude, I love Carnival. I stopped watching it. The only reason is because I guess there's 2 seasons, and someone told me at the very end of it they canceled the show or something. So is there an ending to it? I will keep watching. I'm into season 2, but I don't want to watch it if it just stops. I get it that there's going to be a big good versus evil situation there, but I don't, if you don't get to see the good versus evil, what's the point? Nope, never would have thought that was Joe without the hair. Is it possible that he was wearing a wig all this time? Yes, he was. Who was it? Graham Bonnet said he was brought to tears when he finally took the wig off. I will say that if they come to my town, I will say Pantera. I will see Pantera, but I won't travel to see them. But that's not likely to happen. Guess what I will be doing right after I'm finished watching this video? The making of Hushed and Grim can be found right here on YouTube. The heck with going outside. Don't care that it's 81 and sunny. Yeah, And let me know your thoughts on it. And now your award-winning Jive Talking jokes of the week. Okay, he's got them here. Here we go. Orion's belt is a big waste of space. Boo, boo. That's a terrible joke. Only 3 stars for me. Okay. I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. Great. I took the shelf off my racing snail, thinking it would make him run faster. If anything, it made him more sluggish. Ba-da-ts. That's what I got to get out of that keyboard, is it? Ba-da-ts for those damn jokes. Okay, let's see if I can't do it. And finally, let's see. Yeah, there we go. And finally, and the Lord said unto John, come forth, and you will receive eternal life. But John came fifth and won a toaster. Oh! Isn't there a better symbol than that? Anyways, I'm holding this now. And crab walks sideways. That's, you know what? I thought about that joke the whole next day about why did the crab not cross the road? He used the sidewalk or something. He used the sidewalk. And it's because crabs walk sideways. Jesus, I couldn't figure that out to save my life. That is it, my friends. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you have a fantastic week. Live the best dream that you can dream. Dream the best dreams that you can dream, even if they have me in them. I had a weird dream the other night that had that singer Stanley from LSD. Is that what they were called? Yeah, LSD. It was bizarre because he was just like giving me financial advice or something. He's just like, and you want to, market that, and then put that into the files. And I was just like, I woke up just going, what the hell? Anyways, let's get into a tune here. I'm feeling like this one might do us some justice. You guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. No. Come on, baby cakes. Come on, honey. Tones. Let's see. Is this going to come in with something? I don't want that then. Song bank, tones, patterns. That's what we're after. Patterns. Let's see. 40. I'm sorry, guys. Oh. Jiving. We're jiving. Jiving and talking and hard rocking. Jiving. We're jiving. Come on, baby, gonna get to the riding down the freeway, and we're jiving. We're jiving. Jive Talking with Shane D. It's gonna set your mind free. Jive Talking and rocking shit.